we here? We are all connected to the stars. We are all one. Who do you want to be?
Hey guys, welcome to Gaia Intuitive, where we talk all things spiritual, extra-dimensional, dream realms, and psychic advancement. So today I am going to jump right in and we will be discussing my connections with the Earth Based Reptilians and a little bit around the technologies they use for time travel and things like that. So most of you know, I have been interacting with Earth-based reptilians or reptilians in general for quite some time. One race I have mentioned many times is the red reptilian, who's been assisting me with my psychic development. That being and its collective are completely independent and not under the draconian empire. There are many different groups. A lot of them are. The red one is not, but today the relationship that I'll be discussing with the Earth-based reptilians, they are under the Draconian Empire, they're collective. So the Draconian Empire is made up of copious amounts of reptilian races. There are some pureblood, some hybrid as well. On their own, there are hundreds of millions of Earth-based reptilians. The relationship I have with two of them is what you might look at as some kind of a equal trade system. So whilst I'm assisting them, they're providing to assist me as I aid traumatized souls underground and work to repel malevolent energies beneath the Earth's outer crust. If any of you find that you have resistance around the word reptilian, I urge you to stick around and maybe continue to examine your internal framework and find out where the core of that fear lies. We've had a lot of core embedded into us that has remained in our DNA structure, which is shaping our views and causing a lot of resistance. So I strive personally to understand, accept, and incorporate these energies into my reality. Reptilian DNA holds a large portion of our genetic makeup, and they were some of the first inhabitants on Gaia. There are many false narratives and fear-based content out there online, and there are many reptilians assisting Earth's ascension and correcting the karmas upon the planet. So the nature of reptilian beings varies, just like humans and any other being for that matter. In my own experience, these beings are very, very honest, very loyal, brave, strong, incredibly powerful. They are very honest and always keep their word. They respond fast as well. So when you ask something respectfully, they will absolutely deliver, and it is a fast delivery. They are very effective and clear communicators. They are highly telepathically advanced, very, very in tune with Gaia. They do value honesty, authenticity, self-integrity, and fearlessness. I have never felt afraid with them, ever. They have always been very respectful and neutral toward me. The two reptilian beings I have connected with and interacted with are from the regions of Europe. So what I believe is that the temporal atmosphere in Europe supports the required input and output of energies required to utilize these travel devices. which is one reason for their presence there and for my connection with them. This work has given me opportunities to personally view and use devices, tools, things like that related to what you might term forms of time travel. There are devices utilized by the consciousness in fourth and fifth density layers. They are used to access, remembering as well, the fifth density is a physical layer, as physical as we are here. So they are used to access different timelines, planets, planetary systems, dimensions, and travel in general. As these densities are timeless, 20 minutes here could be hours there. Travel itself is almost instantaneous, but it feels like everything is going backwards. When utilizing this technology, it feels like everything is going backwards so slowly, to such a degree that it feels like everything is just frozen still. And then you kind of, and then it kind of is, you then transition. So some of the technologies are used to access specific points of a particular timeline. Some can be used to access and influence consciousness tied to a particular timeline. In my experience, this is referred to as like a form of energy streaming. What you might, I've also like seen a technology which I've spoken about before in a few posts, where they look like Chinese boating balls. They're a highly advanced holographic projection tool, and they connect through vibrational resonance and then shift the being's consciousness. I've been able to view these, but I haven't used them. They are far beyond my abilities. Another technology I have come across is a 5-dimensional hypercube. So this did require me to do a little bit of homework and research, because I'm not too familiar with, shapes and things like that. But this hypercube is used to shift fifth density physical matter through time, what we would call time. Initially, I did think this was a tesseract, but like I said, I did some research and I found it to be a 5D pentaract. I have used that myself personally, and it was overseen by Thoth Energies. So it was a really incredible experience. I'll go into that in one of my later videos. There are a number of different craft that they use as well. Numerous larger ones, obviously, previously discussed a few before in videos. They do have like translucent walls, orbs to direct consciousness onto, to direct the vehicle itself, and anchored portals as well inside some of those ships. Some smaller ones as well, 1 to 2 person craft. The smaller ones are usually used for interplanetary travel and are actually open craft, which might surprise some people. We would view them as open craft. I'm not always fully conscious when they are moving me around. So sometimes I don't get to see the journey, and I only get glimpses of certain things, and other times I'm a little bit more conscious to what's happening. I would describe it to feel like almost like a heavily sedated state. Other times my consciousness will sometimes convert as well the experience into something more familiar. For example, a train, a car, an elevator, or a roller coaster. So going through some of these experiences in the 4th and 5th density layers can be very traumatic for humans who might not have integrated many aspects around fear and things like that. So the mind can create somewhat of a projected simulation experience because the experiences are too much for the mind to perceive. It just shuts down completely and you'll have no memory of the interaction is another thing that can happen. But we do interact in these layers, all of us, every single night. It doesn't really have anything to do with how brave you think you are here in this physical density. They see through every single layer. So every action, every thought, everything that we do. Reptilians in general, they admire fearlessness and transparency, and not many people are able to connect to the reptilian energy for this reason. They hold deeply ingrained fears and too many judgments, preventing them to have a stable vibration. The reptilians will not work with anyone who hold any kind of fear like that or are not authentic. They find the ego weak and they don't respect anyone who do not respect themselves or others either. I have all the emotional memory of the experiences, but sometimes I do struggle to reconstruct the full visual memories. Usually through reflection, through meditation, I'm able to remember most of the experiences eventually and piece things together. The two Earth reptilians I work with are fairly neutral toward me. They have been nothing but respectful and have provided me with a great amount of assistance in my spiritual and psychic growth, as well as protection in the density of fourth and fifth layers, density layers as well. So this includes some technology that they have given me, my fifth density self that is integrated into my body and that will protect me here as well. So I was given a symbol or two actually that assist me with connecting to the Earth Based Reptilians specifically. And when I use this, it's almost immediate contact. If you're interested in connecting with these beings, you can do via the astral layers, and you do access these layers every single night. All of us do. We obviously need to use discernment. I think the biggest risk is that a malevolent, low vibrational parasite would feed off your current fears around reptilian energies and utilize that. That is what you would be at risk at in regards to connecting to reptilian energies. Like I said, they value honesty, integrity, authenticity. They're not going to come and lie and trick and have these bad intentions. So if you do come across something that does, it's most likely that it is a parasite type of, fear-feeding being. Do some research if you're interested. And there are some really, really good channelers out there. Rob Gothia, he channels a hybrid reptilian named Treb. Also, Anthony from Canadian Awareness, he's fantastic as well. If you're interested in some true history, jump over to Canadian Awareness YouTube. Anthony has some great content that covers everything from the truth about what happened to the dinosaurs to different types of reptilian races and wars waged against the reptilian name, and the bullshit and lies and the brutalities that they have endured as a result. So I hope you liked today's content. I hope this has been informative and interesting. I would like to hear about your experiences and connections with the reptilians, and any questions or anything like that as well, because I think it's the best thing you can do if you do have those fears is try to work out where that fear stems from and dispel any of those fabrications and things like that around the reptilian name. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.